Okay, good evening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will discuss about management on diabetes mellitus in Indonesia to share with all of the participants from other country, especially my best friend from Filipina, Mr. Joel, and then thank you very much for your supporting Ms. Vivian Martinez for this event. I believe this event is very important for us to share our experiences about management of diabetes mellitus in Indonesia, to combine between Indonesia and Filipina, and we can conclude the good program to overcome any problem in diabetes mellitus. And as human resources from Head Polytechnic of Malang under the Ministry of Indonesia, Head Ministry in Indonesia, I believe we have responsibility for diabetes mellitus management in Indonesia. And as you know, this management of diabetes mellitus in Indonesia overview structure approach to diabetes control, guide by in Indonesia maybe 5 pilar dalam manajemen diabetes mellitus, 5 pillars, and from the Perkeni, Persatuan Diabetes Mellitus ya Indonesia, a National Clinical Practice Guideline. Ini nanti kita bahas di the next speech. So the 5 pillar of diabetes control, the national strategy emphasis of comprehensive integrated approach combining non-pharmacological and pharmacological method to promote patient safe management and minimize complication. 5 pillar is the national strategy, national strategy in diabetic using non-pharmacology and pharmacologic, and beside that with promote safe patient management, and minimize complication. This is very important for Indonesia facing the diabetes management in national strategy using pharmacologists and non-pharmacologists, and then promote the safe managing and reduction of complication, to minimize complication, I mean. Okay. Pillar 1 and 2, education and nutritional therapy. Patient education promote safe management by covering the disease process, blood sugar monitoring, and critical medication adherence. This is controlled by nurse, doctor, and then dietitian. Patient education is very important to improve their knowledge and attitude and skillful to overcome any problem because of diabetes mellitus. So nutritional therapy, cornerstone of management requiring adherence to the 3G meal planning principle and collaboration. 3G, this is abbreviation: jadwal, jumlah, and jenis. Right schedule, right amount, and right type of food. This is very important, and deliver to all of the patient with diabetes mellitus to improve nutritional therapy to overcome increasing glucose in blood. And I believe this is very important. Beside patient education, we try to using nutritional therapy for diabetes mellitus. And pillar number 3 is physical activity, regular exercise for glycemic control. This is to control of blood glucose, because regular physical activity is crucial for managing blood sugar level, and this is non-pharmacological intervention and effective too. Regular gymnastic routine, relaxation and stress reduction technique, and proven method to help lower blood glucose level. Yeah, gymnastic and relaxation. Relaxation means to reducing stress. Yeah, because there is many factors to increase glucose blood level in our body. Not only food but also stress. Stress stimulate our body to increase glucose level. And then pillar number 4 is pharmacology, medication. Pharmacology is very important, one of the pillar to overcome problem management, diabetes management. And there are 3 kind of pharmacology medication based on the type of diabetes. As you know, there are 2 kind of diabetes, type 2 and type 1. Type 2 maybe we can call non-insulin diabetes mellitus, NIDDM, and this one type 1 IDDM, non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. This is depend on insulin, and this is not depend on insulin. And this is very important to comprehend about this. Okay, we continue about pillar number 4, pharmacology medication. Type 2 DM management start with oral anti-diabetic drugs. Yeah, using oral may progress to a combination of multiple oral drug or insulin therapy if glycemic control is insufficient. Yeah, we use oral anti-diabetic, or we can call OHO in Indonesia, obat hipoglikemik oral, and then may progress to a combination, using oral and insulin. But in diabetic type 1 require lifelong insulin therapy. You know, this is complicated in facing this problem, because all of the patient must get therapy insulin, and then maybe all of the family or the patient must be able to independent insulin injection. Never depend on others people to inject directly insulin therapy. And then management is guided by a separate consensus document from the Indonesian Pediatric Society, from Ikatan Dokter Anak Indonesia. It means type 1 require lifelong insulin therapy. And then medication prescribed based on PERCANI guideline, which are adapted from the national standard for optimal care. Pillar number 5, monitoring and assessment. This is very important. Control, it means blood glucose check, HB, 1C testing, and then treatment efficacy. Blood glucose check, there are 3 kind, PSN, 2 jam PP in Indonesia, and gula darah acak. BSN in fasting and 2 hours after fasting, yeah, after consume glucose, and then yeah, every time glucose level gula darah acak in Indonesia. And HbA1c or HbA1c testing, such long-term glycemic control over 2 or 3 months, crucial for minimizing complication risk and treatment efficacy. Monitoring ensure the treatment plan is effective and allow for timely adjustment by the healthcare. Treatment efficacy is very important to conduct treatment efficacy for the patient with diabetes. And the role of Indonesia healthcare, and this I want to introduce about the role of the Indonesia healthcare system to facing diabetes management. And number one, control by primary healthcare or Puskesmas, ya. Pusat Kesehatan Masyarakat, plays a sufficient role in managing type 2 diabetes mellitus patient, dispatch challenge in standardized care and resource gaps in low resource setting, yeah. And then specialist care, yeah, maybe nursing specialist on medical surgical and DM specialist. Patient with complex case or specific complication are referred to specialist guided by national consensus document. Yeah, and then using BPJS asset or Indonesia Health Assurance, the ProLines program, ya, program pelayanan penyakit kronis, ya. Ya, ini this is the chronic disease management, the national chronic disease management program or ProLines is run by BPJS Health in collaboration with primary care providers, effective in lowering HbA1c, fasting blood glucose, and body mass index, and improve patient self-management, self-efficacy, and overall quality of life. And key challenge in diabetes mellitus, this is many problem facing Indonesia in diabetes mellitus. Undiagnosed case, many people remain undiagnosed, often seeking treatment only after complications have already arisen, and then lack of adherence, yeah, non-adherence to prescribed medication and necessary lifestyle change is a prevalent and significant issue. Yeah, lack of adherence, undiagnosed case, and resource disparities, gaps in expertise and resource persist, particularly in low resource are hindering standardized care. And this is important to make a standardized care to overcome many problems in diabetes, not only from nurse but also from doctor, dietitian, and etc. So the consequence of poor control, and this is the problem, is we don't have good control, poor control. Late diagnosis and poor control lead high rate of macrovascular and microvascular complication, increasing the burden of this healthcare costs. Yeah. Healthcare costs. This is a high budget to treatment for diabetes complication. And integrated strategy improve adherence are essential to mitigate the severe outcome. Yeah, this is the PJK, penyakit jantung koroner, coronary heart disease, and cataract and glaucoma. And then the burden of disease maybe like gangrene, you know, one diabetes mellitus, because of accumulate of glucose, spread of bacteria and bacteremia in around the gangrene infection, skin, fascia, and etc. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you very much. This is my challenge to discuss about diabetes mellitus management in Indonesia. Maybe we compare with other country. I think similarity with other country because we have maybe a share management from WHO or WHO, yeah, World Health Organization. And then so this is the, yeah, maybe we can call summary in Indonesia, 5 pillar to management of diabetes mellitus in Indonesia. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.